Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Kakadash, and the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and his unbegotten Son, Ba'Shem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, Mashmokash tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a M.O.T.B news updates as of December 12th, 2025, on this Friday night. This is from PaymentsDive.com, published by Rocio Rodriguez of Psy from the PaymentsDive.com, published December 12th, 2025. It reads, even though it's an opinion, it says stablecoins are inevitable in cross-border payments. It says the digital currency is already demonstrating a value across its very use case in the multiple markets and the crypto executive rights. It says Rocio Rodriguez is the crypto vertical lead for the local cross-border payment platform with headquarters in Montevideo of Uruguay. She is based in Buenos Aires, based on her LinkedIn profile. Stablecoins are representing a significant step forward in the evolution of a cross-border finance. It says combining the efficiencies of blockchain technology with the stability of traditional money. It says their potential lies in the address the persistent, I meant to say. It says challenges in the international payments, such as higher cost settlements, delays, and fragmented systems, while also enabling a model's financial inclusion. Although the regulatory frameworks are still evolving, stablecoins are already demonstrating particular use case that extend well beyond speculations, particularly in regions where access to efficient payments rails remains limited. It says, imagine a ride rail company. Yep. Oh, she did tonight. Call back. She got the chance to run fast back. Right. Right. All right. Tim. It says, imagine riding a hailing company wants to pay its drivers in the African or Southeast Asian market. It relies on a prevailing system that is far from instant and most often takes 24 to 40 hours or even 5 business days. If a holiday or there are other unseen events, a typical cross-border payment goes through multiple steps, which make it slow. The company sends the money and it passes through several banks, and only when it finally reaches the local bank does the driver get confrontation access to the funds. This multi-step process forces companies to plan far in advance, setting aside large sums to make what it means like an instant payment possible. It says any misstep along the way restricts drivers, harms the company's reputation, and result in indirect financial. There's Stablecoins presented the opportunity to bypass the frictions, enabling payouts that near instant broadness. No longer there is a limit for step processing between the multiple entities. It is from the payment anywhere in the world directly towards the local markets where they want to pay. It is a 24-second liquidity with no pre-funding. The deployment of resources becomes more efficient and the cost of business improving and local settlements can be achieved in far few steps in a traditional money transfers unless receivers choose to be sent stablecoin directly without further settlements. The potential upsize is not small. Some put the savings at around seven yearly through foreign exchange rates and reduce the transitional costs and more efficient liquidity management. 2% to 5% per transaction can be related to fees alone. That is not the marginal efficiencies that's company's edge. A payment company leverage stablecoins could scale its total processing volumes faster, offer better rates, and to make merchants and grow market shares in regions where traditional financial finance simply can't keep up. There's also emerging angles around the FX liquidity. So yeah, we definitely seen the more pushing of stable coins and the cross-border payments as well too. And they're gonna give you an option where it's gonna be offline and online payments. We can see more, transactions more faster because we already live in that type of society as it is already. So we so used to seeing that. But we definitely seeing the uptick of more of this digital stable coin and more of this digital currency and this cryptocurrency that's part of digital currency as well too. So definitely be more faster payments and more faster transfers. It's more fast, quicker, easier that way because we're living in a modern day technology digital society as it is already. This digital financial society because the digital, because the printed dollar and the physical coin is going to be the thing of past, and that we seeing it increasing as we know it. It says Tellier waits tokenized stocks after a complete sales, share sales. Oh, that's something else. And this is from the Wall Street Journal, as this current administration here in the United States was definitely focusing on more and more pushing of Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency. That's going to be part of the digital stablecoin and the digital cryptocurrency, and digital stablecoin as well too. It says this is from the Wall Street Journal, published by Dalen Tol- Tolkaller, Tolkaller, if I pronounce his name right. As of December 12, 2025 at 2:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it reads, says Trump administration approves the first rounds of crypto-focused banks. Circular, Paxios, and Ripples are among those receiving conditional approval. It says the Trump administration on Friday blessed plans to launch a five cryptocurrency focused national banks, part of its push to give the industries broader access to traditional financial systems. It says Circular, Circular and Rippler. It says Circle and Ripple were among the crypto upstarts that received approval on applications filed with the Office of the Comptroller on the Currency. The OCC, part of the Treasury Department, regulates national banks. It says the crowd of non-banks have been knocking at the door of the banking system thanks to Trump's friendly stance towards crypto industries and focus on deregulation. Crypto companies and fintechs have applied for special bank charters, while retailers like Amazon and Walmart has eye expansions of bank-like service since Trump returned to office. The traditional approvals by the OCC of the Circle and Ripple's applications will allow them to move forward while building a so-called trust banks. It says the trust banks have been purview insurance companies assessing managements and payroll processors. They differ from the full banks in that generally cannot take deposits or make loans. It says the applications have 18 months to raise their capital and build the infrastructure needed to launch a bank. The OCC says that they were also subject to final exams from the agencies before opening their doors. The Circle and Ripples, many of their other companies apply for such charters. To have one will allow them to cut costly middlemen and boost consumer confidence and range of service that could include safekeeping digital assets and issuing stablecoin and cryptos with a fixed value. You have some more push of digital currency and Bitcoin as well too. Stablecoin, definitely the more push of stablecoin. It says the Swiss city that lets you pay for more things for Bitcoin. Right, because as of late, we've been definitely seeing Switzerland and leaning towards, more of the digital RFID move, and they've been pushing more and more, this cashless society and the implementing of the digital RFID chip, which they've been part of that as of lately for the previous couple of years, recently as well too. I just want to add a side note to that. It says the Swiss city that lets you pay for most things with Bitcoin. This is published by John Lorenzen from Business Report of Lugano, Switzerland, December 11th, 2025. It says in a McDonald's by a lake surrounded by mountains in the center of Swiss city of Lugano, a customer orders coffee. It says, "Can I pay with Bitcoin?" He asks, and the person behind the counter holds out and looks with a credit card payment terminal. It says it is a fact that machines for paying a cryptocurrency, the equipment has been distributed free to local businesses by the city council. The buyers pay contactless from the Bitcoin wallet from his mobile phone. The bills come to 0.0008 commas, which roughly $8.80 or $6.60. Few people have brought Bitcoin. You probably think about using it to purchase actual things in shops. It is instead of generally seen as an investment bet on its value going up. But in Locanio, in the Italian speaking part of the Switzerland, is a different story. While you can of course still pay for everything, Swiss francs, some 350 shops and restaurants now also accept Bitcoin. It says the local authorities have even started taking payments and crypto payments for uh, services. It says you can, for an example, preschool, childcare, and Bitcoin. It says I get taking McDonald's customers. Nicholas comes from France. He is what you might call a Bitcoin true believer. It says what's great about paying in Bitcoin is the feeling of freedom it gives you. He says you are no longer depending on the financial system. It is middleman and its cost. Nicholas says he discovered the Bitcoin cards in Switzerland. These are prepaid cards or buy a certain sums in Swiss francs, but downloading it on Bitcoin on a digital wallet on your phone. Right. Then after that, they're gonna have on the digital RFID chip. They're gonna use that as well too. I believe as of lately, brothers were speaking about it, elders and apostles were speaking about it. Of like certain places in Switzerland, people are using the digital RFID chip to make purchases at stores, whatever places that they go to buy or sell. Yep, so it says again, the Swiss city that lets you pay most things with Bitcoin, right? And they let you pay with other things with the digital RFID chip as well too, and other alternatives of payments as well too, because everything is digital nowadays. So we're gonna see more and more of these companies in these countries around the world leaning more towards the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, and the digital dollar and the digital coins as well too. And of course, more and more pushing for the digital RFID chip as well too. It says OCC conditional approves 5 national bank charters, including for Circle and Ripple, which I read that already. That news article. This is from the global AI review of the digital currency of the central digital currency news. It says in recent news, the central bank digital currency is dominated by political debate, right as we've seen as of lately and throughout the year 2025 and previous years and this year as well too. It says what they propose ban on the menu for the major defense bill and Norway's decision not to recommend introduction of central and the digital currency at this time. It says global progress. It says as of late 2025, the Atlantic Consular Tracker shows 134 jurisdictions are engaging in some levels of central digital currency work. China, as Digital One, remains the largest active pilot program with transaction volumes reaching nearly 1 trillion in June 2024. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot towards the central digital currency work. The IMF guidelines. It says the IMF guidance. The International Monetary Funds, the IMF, has revealed a new framework to guide central bank globally on the central currency development, emphasizing that design choices are unique to each nation's mandate, that a unified ledger approach could modernize international bank operations. The UK and Eurozone advance. The European Central Bank is progressing in the digital euro, selecting services provides for the project. The Bank of England is also design phase for a potential digital pound and active seeking to input for business on how it might add value with a potential launch. That's early 2027, pending preliminary approval. It says international developments. Internationally, the picture remains fairly, with some countries advancing their plans while others pause, right? So it's a balance. Yep, it says privacy concerns. Lawmakers advancing for a ban argued that the CBC could be used as a government surveillance tool that would grant federal government significant power over how Americans use their money, thereby compromising financial privacies. Right, that's why you got cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is a alternative to a digital currency. That's why it's gonna be a more push of a digital, a digital dollar and the digital coin as well too. This is key trends. It says, yeah, I choose the AI view mode of the central digital currency once again. It says, got the key trends, caution and prudence. While over 69% of central banks have advanced their projects to implementation stages in 2025, it says many are proceeding with caution and balance innovations with financial stability and addressing concerns around policies and governance, right? Because they highly worry about the pushing of the central digital currency. They might think it's not private. It's not private because it's fully government owned. They're watching every move, every transaction that you see. So basically, they're watching every move or transaction that you do. So that's why you have these, especially these companies, these CEOs, these banks. They definitely don't feel, definitely don't feel safe and secure with their with the money concerns, financial wise. That's why they've been the main, that's why they've been the main focus in the year 2025. So it's basically right now at the moment it's like half and half. Some lean towards the idea of a central digital currency, and then others lean towards the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency. So it's a balance of both sides. But that's still, at the end of the day, it still leads to the road of everything it's been, digital, and that leads to the world of the digital RFID and the pushing of the M.O.T.B as well too, and more pushing towards the central digital currency in different places around the world. And of course, you're going to have competition with both of these nations. Some might have alliance with both of the central bank and the digital currency, and then others they're going to be in competition with one another if they're going to choose the central digital currency, or they're going to use the Bitcoin, stablecoin, cryptocurrency, which is that's part of digital currency or part of the digital dollar. It says focusing on wholesales and cross borders, right? And as we've been seeing that a lot in the 2025 of the more pushing of the cross border payments, what you call digital dollar cross border payments. That's going to be an option to choose online and offline as well too, which I spoke about that already. It says the focus on the wholesales and cross border. A significant trend in 2025 is the shift towards tokenizations and cross-border infrastructures, with projects like Bridge Project and the goal explore faster and more efficient international settlement systems. Right, and they pushing forth this new type of financial system as well too, right along with the digital assets. That's going to be a part of the digital currency as well too, and the digital coins and digital currency of the digital dollar. Online banking. That's going to be part of offline and online payments, more quicker, faster transactions, lesser fees to worry about. So we see the nations leaning towards that directions because all these steps going to lead to the road to the M.O.T.B, right along with the digital RFID chip. The smart cities, 15-minute cities that's going to take place in all these countries around the world. And it's going to be leading to that digital currency. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "And it calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS." Right, so the pushing of the digital RFID chip that they want to implant inside of your body. That's why all this leads to the pushing of the digital RFID chip, the Neuralink, the nanotechnology. It's a brain chip that they want to implant inside your body. That's going to be part of finance as well too, and the digital dollar. That's going to be part of finance as well too. So all this that we lean towards, everything's being digital. You know, all is going to lead to the road up to the M.O.T.B of a major prophecy that we see in the making. That's about to come to pass. We feel. So on a daily basis, we see signs of that. It says, "And it calls of all, both small and great." Right, he calls of all. Right, the son of addition. He calls of all. That's why the wicked is pushing towards this new financial system of this BEST system. He calls of all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS. Right, so they want to implement this charagma at the MARK in their right hand or in their FOREHEDS. Revelations 13, verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the charagma or the name of the BEST, like this new financial system that we're at the fully entry into, or the number of his name." Right, so that no man might buy or sell. If you don't have that digital RFID chip, you'll be able to buy or sell or function in today's society. Because as we know it, the paper dollar and the physical coins and physical dollar, that's going to be the thing of the past. So your financial information, that's going to be implemented in your upper part of your body, right part of your body, in order for you to buy or sell through transactions. And even in doing bank transfers, that's going to be part of the digital RFID chip. It says Revelations 13, verse 18, it says, "Here is wisdom, let him have understanding. Count the number of a BEST, for it is a number of a man, and his number is SIX, 300 scored SIX." Right, the son of addition, the man that lost this man of sin, pushing forth this new system and this new economical system that they want you to worship his image and be part of his image and take that charagma that they want to implant inside of your body, because we know the wicked is going to come down with great wrath because he had a short time to rule. Like it says in Revelation 12, verse 12, because the mysteries of iniquity has already done the work. Like it says in Second Thessalonians, mention that. Yeah, I think that's Second Thessalonians, the third chapter, I believe that's mentioned. So with that, hopefully this sit down less was edifying of the M.O.T.B news updates as of Friday, December 12th, 2025, for this Friday night. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakar and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and his unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the lost one of tongue. And I say Barak to the elders and apostles, Barak and Barak. Till next time, I will say Shalom.